Everybody know that it's time for Behind the Pulpit. Yes, yes, yes.
Praise God.
We're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on, whatever you and the crew gotta do. Just ensure that you are on the live. And my guest today is Apostle Dwight Positive Campbell.
Everybody know.
Now, Apostle Campbell embodies the spirit of a quintessential servant leader, a highly accomplished and exemplary figure whose life is defined by multifaceted ministry, entrepreneurial success, and devoted family life. A seasoned spiritual guide, Dwight has served as a pastor for over 12 years, and you look so young. Currently leading the congregation of Gift Church, building upon his foundational ministry as the former head of PHOW. Is Pow we pronounce that? Foul. All right, Foul. Thank you, Foul Ministry. Now, beyond his pastoral duties, he is a recognized force in the gospel music industry. He's a prolific recording gospel minister and a gifted songwriter with his uplifting music and compelling videos accessible on all major digital platforms and his YouTube channel, Dwight Campbell Official. On stage, he's known for his inspiring Monica, Dwight Positive, while his profound role around the pulpit is acknowledged as Apostle Dwight Campbell. Furthermore, he's an active businessman by profession and occupies many other inspiring roles, demonstrating a commitment to success and positive influence across various sectors. His upcoming book will further cement his standing as an author at the heart of his extraordinary life. What are all the hats you wear? Because, yeah, man. His beautiful wife and their 3 awesome daughters. They are his beloved family. Now, Dwight's overarching life philosophy is rooted in a deep, abiding love for God, an unwavering commitment to his family, and a sincere love for people overall. So help me welcome my guest today behind the pulpit, Apostle Dwight Campbell. Welcome, man of God.
I'm pleased to be here. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And I'm not taller than me, you know, Michelle already, but anyway, mighty man of God, blessings to you. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Now take us back in time, Apostle, to, before you met Jesus. Who were you like?
Oh, that's a rough one. Well, it couldn't be Apostle then. Well, Dwight, known as a country boy, originate from a place called Riversdale, Bagwalk side, known to many there as Joe Bell or Joe J.
Joe J.
Yeah, a dancehall addict.
Really?
Yes, girl bushman.
What is that? What is a girl bushman? What that mean?
Girl bush, always about the girls or, negative stuff.
Okay. All right. So at what point did you say, so I have to stop being a girl bushman? I have to stop being addicted to dancer. At what point did that change for you? And what caused that change?
The truth is, my part is a bit different from many others. It wasn't just one time, It was more like Jonah and Saul and almost every one of those characters in one. So when I do come, I left, and I come again and I left. Yeah, so I used to go to church with my grandma though, and she died years ago. But that's where the root was planted for church. And it's the reason why I tell people, never stop sending your children to church, to Sunday school, and even if they're doing what you don't like, still encourage them. Don't chastise them. Don't discourage them. Let them just allow them, because that happens to me. Right? So even when I left, I returned. And I left and I returned again, and here I am today. So it really started though when I was incarcerated. Yes, I was incarcerated for 7 months and 3 weeks. Yes, and it was a very frustrating time. I was a youth then, and it was a juvenile. Well, it wasn't really a juvenile penitentiary. They say that, but the system, we leave that part. But yeah, I was incarcerated, and for that period of time, and I didn't get bail the first time, and it's the reason why it was so long. I never born with everything that I am, allowing my children to have right now.
Mm-hmm.
I never, my father had to sell, ganja to send me to school.
Wow.
And at that time, ganja was, you know, illegal. Now it have a little bit of decriminalization to it.
Yes.
But then it was strictly prohibited in every single area. And so my father, he could hardly run, he was an older man, and he has to be always running from police.
Oh my.
And I have to be like, so even when I wanted to go to church, he was like, well, you're not going to church today, you have to help me sell it. I said, me go to church, we need God. And he said,
yes, you need God.
yes, I need God. And he said, Pastor, now look the same thing where we are look. So, you might as well. And I said, well, when he said that, I always laugh though. But it was never easy.
Wow.
Never, ever, ever, ever easy. And that was how I was brought up. And, because of that same ganja, I watched my father being held up by gunmen, which I have to, I have to fight off and stuff like that. It was just a whole chaotic thing back there in the country. I'm telling you. It was never, ever easy.
Wow.
There are times when I have to go to my bed. The only thing I had for dinner was roast breadfruit with oil or and some crystal punch,
That is water.
Right. Sugar and water. Sometimes when you do have the sugar, yeah. Sometimes my father, if we have saltfish, there's no oil to cook it, so we just roast it and have it with, the same breadfruit.
Breadfruit and roast saltfish nice though,
Yeah, it does.
It
does. But the younger generation don't really know it.
I know, right? Tina,
I'm
young.
still young, but
yes, you look young.
Yeah.
Wow. You mentioned earlier that you were incarcerated. I'm not sure if you want to share a little bit about that, or maybe you don't want to share.
Okay, that's no problem, man. It's my past. I'm not defined by my past.
Yes.
Okay, so I was incarcerated. I was accused. It was just the wrong company, wrong place, wrong time type of situation.
Yes.
But the long and short of it is that I didn't even know what happened. I just know that police arrest me and ask me, if I may broke the church.
Yes.
The very thing I am now pastoring.
Wow.
They asked me if me broke. But really and truly, there was a guy who, came from Spanish Town who I met.
Mm-hmm.
And we became friends. I didn't know he was like that.
Lord
and
God.
Unfortunately, it seems like he, broke the church with someone else. And what happened is that when the police arrest him, because he and I planned and we've been keeping some fish fry thing and stuff like that, and he said he had a system that his father sent from, America for him.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's good. And I love music.
Yes.
Them time I didn't even know that I would write music and do music and not like that. The whole thing was just that I love music. Anywhere the pan there, knock or the speaker, I want to be there. So when he got that, I said, wow, good. And at that time back in the country, Joe Bella DJ, so me a mix song and me a do
this jockey, yes, right. DJ, all right. Yes.
And so, that day was the day that the police arrested me, that, I was playing the music. No. As a matter of fact, I was somewhere else DJing on a sound system.
So the actual DJ now.
Yes, and someone run come to me and say, Joe Bell, say, police, they look for you. Right? And I'm like, for what? And then arrest your father. So apparently they came for me, but they didn't saw me. They catch my father with the ganja. So it was 2 charges in one day. So it was a very chaotic moment. I was running up and down all over the place, confused. The only place I knew to run was at some church folks' home.
Yes.
And they run me out of them yard and say, go on. But I didn't know that he was dear church, the brother, break.
Wow, Oh,
was their church, so they were carrying that emotion. At the time, I
yes.
was bitter against them, but when I grew old, I understood that
Oh,
it was just a hurt that they were carrying, knowing that you live in the community, because they have it in your head that
that is
I was the one who break
the church.
the church.
Yes.
What happened after? I didn't even know that it was called sacrilege in the court system, but what happened is that the police, they beat me, they beat me, they
Oh
beat me, they beat me.
my
Yes, they batter bruised my
Jesus.
legs and all that. I couldn't afford a lawyer, so you understand, what time it was at that time.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So
Wow.
I got beaten, I got beaten, I got beaten, I got beaten to
Mm-mm.
talk. Where you break the church? I'm like, I didn't do it. Ask him, and he was like, "Are you?" And I couldn't believe.
Wait, with a
Yeah,
friend.
he was right there
I
saying that,
say
and I was
you.
like, really? Yes. And they weren't buying it though, and so they locked me up. They took me to I didn't even know that I would would have gone to that place.
So he
But
was
they
locked
locked
up
me up.
too. The
Yeah,
friend.
they brought him to Spanish Town because he was older than I.
Oh.
Yeah, and give us the same charge. It was months after they changed my charge when they realized that they couldn't pin that on me along with him because there was no evidence. So they changed the charge to receiving stolen goods or property.
Oh.
But it still didn't stick because there was a God who sit high and look really
Right.
low
Yes.
and have a purpose for me. Have a purpose for me. So, it couldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened. So after a
Wow.
long wait, I was bailed after the 7 months and 3 weeks. It was just never. It's a real long story. If I should tell you that, you'll probably want a part 10. You know.
Not it. Wow. But that's a testimony in and of itself,
Mhm.
10 two in one, my grandmother would say.
Yes.
But I realized that you mentioned your grandma used to bring you to church. What about mommy?
No, my mom, she wasn't really around when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was young. I came in place. It wasn't a good time for her. She left for Kingston to make life
Yes.
and stuff like that. So I was brought up with my father.
Yes.
My father, he was the one who grew me, right? When I was older and I graduated from dental, that was the time I came to live with my
Oh.
mom in Kingston. My
Alright.
father said, "Go on a town and get a job, boy. You can't stay a country, you turn cruff."
Wow. All right. So, that happened. So tell us about how, you say, all right, I'm going to change my life and I'm going to be committed to Jesus.
Well, when I really, because the thing is, you can think you are saved and never realize that you aren't saved until
Yes.
you're really saved. Yeah, but when it really happened, I remember I was taking dancehall music serious, singing about girls and gun and drugs and killing. I mean, I don't know them something else.
Yes, yes.
You
Yes,
understand?
yes.
And I remember I was working at the wharf, down by the wharf, and the workers them they like how my DJ and all them. I say, Ninja Man came here to buy something, and I say, Ninja, they go talk to him and he will help you. And I went, and Ninja said, all right, and he gave me a number. He gave me a number and said, call this number on the weekend, and I did that. And when I called the number, they set a meeting. I call it like the Saturday, and they set the meeting and said, come in Monday at Down Sound Records, and we are going to work on you. And I said, good. This is like, my life just a start.
But
But
there's a but.
Jesus, I'm some real disappointing news for me,
Yes.
right? Jesus had some real disappointing news for me. This Sunday, I was passing by. My sister lived near a bar, so sometimes we hung out there. And I was passing the bar, but I passed this church at the time. The church is on Mountain View, and at the time, the church name was Cathedral of Praise. Yeah, it had a different name now, but I remember when I was passing, I hear a voice that me go on about the church, man. And I said, no, sir, me not going to church. And the voice said, go on to the church, man. And I say, okay. And I said, but me not going. Me I stand up at the door. Yeah. No, these people who come to church and don't want to go in, some of them can tell you
Yes.
them hear a voice in them spirit, right? Them just cannot distinguish. But nonetheless, I stood at the door. The usher said, "Come in." I said, "No, I'm good." And the usher said, "Come in, man." But the usher is important, you know.
Yeah, the
But
usher
you
in.
must have a good spirit as well. Because sometimes ushers not so welcoming. But
Yes.
their role is very critical.
Yes.
That usher was like a sales rep. She was so determined to sell me what she's marketing,
Wow.
right? And she insisted, and I said okay, and I sat at the back. But the preacher that was preaching, he wasn't a Jamaican preacher, and he preached and he blessed a bottle of water when he was finished, and he flashed the water like this, poured over the water, and then flash it. It's not something I'm a fan of. It's something that I would criticize. But
Yeah.
when it actually touched me, I don't remember anything else. That when I was conscious, there was like the Red Sea was parted in the church. All the chairs were parted, everything.
Oh my.
And I went in a clean clothes, and I get up with everything from the ground.
Mm.
Yes, and it was persons that were telling me that, yeah, you have like about 40 demons. The preacher said, leave you.
Wow.
Yeah, like seriously, like a total deliverance. And I believe, because I remember when I was at home once, my mom cook and we eat, me and my siblings, and I was just laughing, and they all get vexed and get up and walked away. But they couldn't understand something was wrong. A demonic possession took over. But the demon was actually loud, but they couldn't understand. They thought it was me being funny because I'm a bit jovial,
Yes.
sometimes. But at that time, it wasn't me. I went in the kitchen, put on the dish, it was the same thing. And then they realized, and then right there, when my sister came to put down her dish, she realized that something else took me over. And she started crying out. My mom come, she cried out, she started to pray, and neighbors came and they called the police, and all I could hear was a siren, and I was at public. But public, the doctors were saying, we cannot find no complaint in this, brother.
Of course, you're not
You
going
know,
to. Yeah, I know.
yeah, no complaint.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do. And my mom said, whatever you are, and she's not a Christian, right? But she prayed, and immediately I was back to myself. And I had to walk bare feet downtown to get something, she and I, to get back a vehicle to get home.
So, where were your shoes?
Because the whole, trauma, the urgency of the situation, you ran away, leave that. Because they thought I was dying. Eyes roll over and different voices speaking, and that was where it started from. But when I actually get into the church, that was the end of everything.
My goodness.
Because another spirit was operating, another spirit was leading me into the path of destruction. Satan had a different plan for me, to be a prominent and dominant person in the dance hall, kingdom and all of these things and the whole that kingdom. But God had a better plan. 10 times better one.
Best plan. Him have the best plan.
The best plan.
It's a really 10 to one, Wow. Oh my goodness. So how did you, so after that, the water catch on you and you got the deliverance. You said, all right, I'm going to be a Christian now.
Yeah, I never stopped going to church from
there?
them. Never. And when I do slip, because I won't tell you that I never slip or slide, but when I do, it was always the old landmark. It was always the old landmark. Never stopped. Start worshiping, before the TV, just playing praise and worship. Every time I realized there was something different about me. I can't worship without crying.
Oh.
Yes. Right now, they have a short Emancipation Park, and if I don't be careful, I cry when I
It's okay to cry.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's okay to cry.
I can't even explain it, and I have to contain myself in moments like those. But it is just how good God is to me, because my life was just never ever ever easy. So I don't know about nobody else, but I know about me. And it can feel really emotional and spiritual at the same time.
Wow. Wow,
Really.
my. If you're just joining us, I am talking with Apostle Dwight Positive Campbell. He's sharing his story, and you'll also be at Emancipation Park Love Restores concert, benefit concert on Saturday. That's December 20th. So you have to be there. We can't wait to hear his ministry, you know. My. But it's so good to get the backstory and we can understand, you know, whole heap of things. My God, thank you so much. So, if yes, you're just hearing us now. So, how did you say, all right, I'm gonna be a pastor? Because you pastored, oh, but the
So,
foul
yeah.
ministry, yes, and then something there, and you've been a pastor for over 12 years.
Yes. So I started out though as a deacon in a church called Emmanuel Worship Center at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now Faith Emmanuel Worship Center. That's where I started, and after that, I left to another church in the country. When I went to that church, I didn't went to become a member, right? I went to really learn some forums, some principles, some things
Mm-hmm.
to go into ministry,
Yeah.
right? I was ordained there as a minister about a year or two after that as a pastor, and then it went on to the whole apostolic calling. Nonetheless, um, I really answered that calling. The pastor, I can't remember the year, but it's a whole thing. I remember a gentleman named Solomon Wisdom. I really don't know him like that, but I was working at Kingston Bookshop at the time. A little girl from Immaculate Conception invited me to a little prayer meeting thing. Well, I don't know the little girl. But I said, for some reason, the Spirit of God said to me, go.
Go.
And I went. And that gentleman, a big man of body, bigger than me, he spoke to me and he said, I don't know you, sir, but let me tell you this. You're going to be different. And the Lord is going to use you. The Lord is going to use you to preach His word in different places. And the Lord also said, don't try to be like nobody else because you are different. You are going to be different. And everything about what you do will be different. It will seem odd and weird. You know,
Mm.
that's what He said to me. But I couldn't understand some of it at the time.
Mm.
Good. So the real call, I wanted to remember the year to tell you to be exact, but I know that I started out as a deacon, and that's like years ago. I got married in 2015, and I think I started pastoring in 2018.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
2018. Good. Yeah, my daughter was birthed in January. Well, my father died the same 2015.
Oh no.
Yes, so I got married in February on Valentine's Day. My father died in about November the same year. Then my
Wow.
daughter was birthed January the following year.
Mm.
Mhm.
Wow.
So it was joy,
Yes,
sadness, joy
everything in
in
one. Lord
one.
of mercy.
Mhm.
Did you ever see yourself becoming a pastor though?
No, and you would not believe me if I tell you that I don't want to be a pastor. Sounds weird, don't? I pastoral journey is a very rough one.
Yeah, I know it's not
Mhm.
easy.
It is a rough one, and it's a responsible one. So if I had a choice and I could bargain with God, I would exchange it for
Man,
some other
you
duty rather
can't
than
bargain
the
with him though.
pastoral. But no, I tried. I tried the junior strategy and it didn't work.
Never work.
Mm-mm. I tried a few, different route, but none. Him said, this is what.
This is the path you should
Yeah.
try. But I'm going to use your word because you say it's rough. So, what's the roughest part of being a pastor?
The roughest part of being a pastor is when you have to die to yourself. Now, it sounds weird, but hear me.
Yes,
Hear
hearing
me.
you.
Hear me. Because remember, when you're a pastor and there are certain things coming up against you, you cannot respond as the normal person would. You
True.
can't. And people are expecting a level of decorum from you, not thinking that you are human like them, that blood runs through your vein and that you can be aggravated. So it is, for me, it is rough, especially when you have to zip your lip, you have to kill your flesh, you have to do all of that. And it's not that you want to raise it up, but I'm telling you, it is as simple as a man bad drive you.
That's true, though.
Mhm.
That's true, though.
It is as simple as a man bad drive you. And because I know that pastoral duty is a very serious one, it makes it complex.
Wow.
Because you don't want to err.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't want to err. Yeah.
Briefly tell us about Fowl. Fowl Ministry.
Fall Ministry.
Yes.
Fall Ministry is a wonderful ministry. So the most serious part of my pastoral journey began in about 2019, 2020 when I met Joel Bishop. He lives in Canada. He's a great man. As a matter of fact, he's my number one mentor. Like almost everything I learn,
Yes.
the Holy Spirit uses that man of God to teach me, those different things. So FOW really and truly was found by him in Canada, but I found FOW in Jamaica. So the name of it was Christian Fellowship Tabernacle Ministry. But when I met him, we had a discussion and I said, I don't like the two name thing and the whole, let us just do one thing. So I'll ditch the name that I have and I'll work with one thing under one umbrella, and I'll acknowledge you to be my bishop, and mentor, because every preacher needs a mentor. No matter how old you be or young you be, you need a mentor. I keep telling the TikTok preachers that find a mentor.
TikTok preachers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Find a mentor. Because when you don't have a mentor, this is why they have so much cussing and back and forth unnecessarily. And that's not what the kingdom is about.
Yes. Yes.
Nonetheless, he really bring me in and brought me up in the whole ministry thing and showed me some stuff that I didn't know and all of that. So FOW really started there. And then I launched that ministry in Nannyville.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, but I resigned in 2022.
Nannyville, and that's Mountain View.
Mountain View side, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, below stadium.
Okay. You say resigned?
Yeah, I resigned in 2022.
Wait, you resigned as what?
No, as a pastor, I resigned from the church and then I started Gift Church.
Okay,
Yes,
because
yeah.
okay. So before we go to the gift church, so FOW stands for something?
Yeah, Pentecostal House of Worship,
Oh, FOW.
International Ministries. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So you resigned there,
Yeah.
and then you started your gifted ministry. This look like it's gonna be a part two, It looks like
Yeah,
it's
and then I started Gift Church. Yeah.
yes. What inspired you to start that gift church now?
Okay, so the truth is, we had a slight disagreement, not the bishop,
Yes,
and that,
yes.
but another pastor that I ordained. I practice to be very straight,
Yes.
so I really don't want to lie. So,
Yes.
however, they are good people,
Yes.
right? They're good people, and the best thing at the time was to move forward, right? So that's how Gift Church come about. Gift Church comes about when I moved forward. We had a peaceful discussion, and we
There's a breath
it's still the same though, because
Yes,
I can
yes.
go there and the same thing, and they can come by me and it's the same thing.
lovely,
Nothing changed,
lovely.
yeah.
When did you start your gift ministry?
In 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Does that stand for anything? Gift or it's
Gift,
just
yes, Grace International Fellowship Tabernacle.
right? I like that. That's gift. I love that.
Yeah.
So nice.
church.
My. All right. It's 3:30, I'm out of time. We have to go have the part two. But before, because I'm gonna reach quarter to something yet. But we do have, I'm gonna play a song in just a moment. Joya come. But we're gonna do the activity to close us out.
Okay.
Yes, do the activity and then the song. All right. So Tina. Oh, this is between. You don't set me up to the door. All right. Good. All right. No man, him honestly though. Him a pastor member.
Bionic.
Him a pastor, you know, member, you know. So pastor, nah, do that me say. All right. So ready? So I'm supposed to. All right. Guess the Bible character. You should have do this now, but just to do that. Listen. All right. Big fish.
Jonah.
Yes.
Right. Colorful.
Joseph.
Correct. Stars.
Abraham.
Yes. What? Stars.
Blessings as numerous as the stars.
Yo, pass the pass, you know. Blind. Yeah, that is why I'm a person. You don't know what I mean by person. Person. Yeah, yo. All right. Blinding light.
Come again?
Blinding light.
Oh, that's Saul to Paul.
Yes. Yeah, person. Yeah, Chris, you pick the first. Rainbow.
Rainbow. That sounds like Noah.
Yes. And the final one, rod.
Rod. That's Moses, of course.
Yes, that is Moses. How much out of one, two?
5 out of 5.
It's 5, 2, 4, 6. 6 out of 6. My 10 out of 10 would recommend person. Wow. That's good. All right, so we have Joya come. Glory to God. That's wonderful. We have Joya come. We're going to get Joya come right now. Hold on. If I could just get it right here. It is right here. Right here. Right here. All right, here we go. No, it's not. It's dead here, but it's not dead here. You know. you know. It's supposed to. All right, maybe you can just send me somewhere else. Oh, I know why. All right, no worry yourself. So you can go and sing your favorite gospel local song in the meantime. I must start it out. So sing one gospel song for. Matter of fact, it's Christmas time. Sing one Christmas song. Christmas, yes.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the
Nice. So yes,
fall on your knees and hear the angels calling. Night divine. Oh, night when my Savior's born. Oh, night divine.
me could go there, I know.
Oh, night divine.
My goodness, you can't sing it.
The thing is, you have to know when to change the
Yes, because you're a man. No man. You hear the vibrato? Hello, somebody. Person. But no one notice person can always sing. I mean, you were Edna said, oh.
Wow, Sarah Anna, always like a singing pastor. He can sing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we have the song right here, so let's go ahead and get it.
Cameron, we tell them that weeping endure for a night, but joy it coming at the morning. Oh yes. Listen now. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Somebody sing Jaya come, say Jaya come, la Jaya come, oh yes, oh yes. Jaya come, la da 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 da. Jaya come, oh yes, oh yes. Me not worry about me problems, them coming. No, Jesus Christ will solve them. These problems will only last for a night. Coming, no, Jaya coming at the morning. Zion people, no me the devil steal your joy. No matter when try, and the Jesus a job. You know your employ till Satan and the demons to take them flight. Jaya come, me say Jaya come, da Jaya come, oh yes, oh yes. Jaya come, da 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 da. Jaya come, oh yes, oh yes. Even may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Even may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning.
All right, light up. But I have time to pull up the tune, but the song shell. Nothing.
Me nah run, and me nah look behind. Coffee me Jesus.
101 FM.
Nah worry about Satan, him so I like lime. Test my faith, but me nah backslide. Taste my God, this is a Holy Ghost ride.
All that time, we're gonna have to have part 2 because we don't reach the businessman part yet. We do not reach a musical part yet. To make governor look a preview of what's to come next. So my producer will arrange part 2. We'll see when next year available. I will do so. I'm so excited to hear the rest. I cannot wait. Sound here of Apostle Dwight Campbell, Dwight Positive Campbell, and they used to call him Joe J.
Joe Bell.
So them get Joe J and Joe Bell from Dwight.
My father.
Are your father give you the nickname?
My father, when I was going to school, the teacher asked for my name, and my father said Joe Bell Campbell. So for my whole primary school level, it was Joe Bell Campbell. But my mom, my mom found out, she said, no, it's Dwight Campbell.
So hold on there.
My birth paper specifically said Dwight Campbell, but you don't know what happened back then.
So him never did that room when he started something for go on.
I guess he liked Joe Bell. He liked Joe Bell. So he worked.
You should have told mommy that before she write on the paper.
I wrote my whole primary level thinking that Joe Bell was my right name. When I found out it was Dwight, I was excited. Dwight sounded more classic.
What Joe Bell? Nice though.
Joe Bell
no, you have to say Joe Bell. You have to, Joe Bell.
That's elegance.
Yes, you're right. And it's so, you see Joe Bell, you see the difference? Love that. But my God, Apostle Dwight, Positive Campbell, this one. And you can stream it. We're going to talk about it next time. We're going to tell you everything about his musical career and entrepreneurship and holy pastor. So we dealt with the pastoral side of life today. And yeah, man, we'll continue next time. Thank you again. I'm going to allow you to give a shout out before we wrap. Okay. We all want to shout out.
Okay, well, a shout out to every single one of, Love 101 listeners. Shout out to my wife, Lady Campbell, all the persons who support the ministry of Dwight Campbell, DCM team, my band, my church members, every single person that love and support Dwight, and those that doesn't love and support Dwight. Nonetheless, receive a shout out and a blessings.
Glory to God.
And Love 101, of course. Abigail Blair Black as well.
All right. Thank you so much. Blessings to you, Minister Apostle. Hey, this is Love 101 FM. As you heard, we're going to hear part 2 next time.
Let us all serve Jesus Christ, who God bless. No man curse. Thank you, Father. Me pastor words. Who God bless, no man curse. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not the worst. Let me pass the words. Them not gonna see me curse them. Not gonna see my head top burst them. Not gonna see me a strive for the worst. Cause me learn to put God first. Yes.
Oh, God bless no man, girl.